Welcome back. Happy Sunday. My 4 favorite bets today, all in the NBA. 2 spread picks, 2 player props. Let's get it started with Jimmy Buckets player prop over 29.5 PRAs. That's points plus, rebounds plus assists. It's minus 125 on Caesars. You can play it up to 30.5 if that's what you got. In his last 4 games, he scored 40, 38, 44, and 36 PRAs, destroying this line, as he's very well capable of doing every night now that he's actually trying again. In his last 5 games versus the Clippers, he's hit it 4 times. He's on fire right now, obliterating this line. I'm surprised to see it so low in a game that the Heat probably feel like they need to win again. Speaking of, the Bucks plus 3.5 versus Utah's minus 128 on FanDuel. Bucks probably feel like they need to win again because they're 33-16, and this Utah team is 24-26 on the season. So the Bucks have the clear advantage there. The Jazz have lost 3 straight games. They lost to the 76ers, who didn't have Joel Embiid. They lost to the Knicks, who are on fire. And then they lost by 33 to the Brooklyn Nets, who suck. Giannis and the boys should definitely be able to cover this. I was surprised to see this. I made sure everybody's playing except for Brook Lopez. There's lines out for Dame and Giannis, and they're not on the injury report. So I'll take the Bucks plus 3.5 for pretty much anybody. Back to that Heat-Clippers game. I'm taking the Clippers to cover 3.5, minus 123 on Caesars. Why? Because the Heat have been horrible in their last 9 games. They've only won twice. Flip that, the Clippers have won 7 of their last 9, only losing twice. In fact, their last 18, they're 15-3. These 2 teams played earlier this season, and the Clippers won by 17 points, and it wasn't even that close. They dominated the Heat, and I think they'll dominate them again. They've been rolling. And finally, another player prop, Fred VanVleet over 13.5 points. You can play it at 14.5, but it's 13.5 at minus 120 on ESPN. I love VanVleet over. It's one of my favorite bets this year, especially because the way I like to do it is look at his three-point line. Well, today he's expected 3 3-pointers at least. When he does that, he averages almost 19 points per game. I remind you, his line's at 13.5. In general, he's averaging 17 points per game. They have a tough matchup versus the Timberwolves today defensively, but he gets the best matchup in terms of scoring on his defender, as it's not Ant-Man or anybody else with the elite defense.